adding value to them and creating opportunities for economic growth and employment. That is agro-industrialization. So our assignment was to look at the recommendations, if we can get any add-ons or which disagreements we have, and so on. So generally, before we go deep into the recommendations, we generally need a youth strategy on agro-industrialization. So maybe you can explain more that if you want to. What? On this, on the need for youth strategy on agro-industrialization.
Okay. Initially, there was a strategy called the National Youth Strategy on Employment in Agriculture, which expired in 2022. So we are saying if the government is intentional in ensuring that there is meaningful participation of young people in agro-industrialization, then there should be need for youth strategy on agro-industrialization, because you never know, there could be a donor, a fund or partner could be interested in funding the financing of the youth strategy on agro-industrialization. Thank you.
So the first recommendation that we had here was enhance young people's participation in agriculture along the agricultural value chain through, one, increasing access to agriculture finance, insurance and contract farming, and two, investing in appropriate post-harvest handling, storage, and agro-processing facilities and technologies. What we have on that is, on A, still that government should incorporate mindset change programs for the youth focusing on agriculture. And why we say that is we all agree that our generation, the Gen Zs and millennials, most of us think that agriculture is for the peasants, the illiterate, so there is need for mindset change. For that, if there are those that are ex-here, you know, Madam CEO, I don't know her real name, but you've seen how far she has gone with her coffee company in agriculture. So there are big things, there is big money that the young people are looking for. They love money, yes, but there are also big things in agriculture. It is actually where you can get the big money that you're looking for than any other sector, the white collar jobs that you're looking for. Yeah. So there is also a need for digitalization as a tool to interest them in the sector. I was talking to Ivan and I was telling him that, you know what, if you want to interest young people in something, then bring something they are familiar with, you get, in their sector as them. So we are thinking when it comes to maybe marketing, business management skills, the training, we can use e-platforms, you get, to train them on agriculture and all that. The third point was establish ground agricultural extensions to support youth farmers' capacity building. Now, when it comes to ground agriculture extensions, if I got it well, we were discussing with my team, inclusive, the group, that when you talk about ground agriculture extensions, to support those young farmers, is like getting those local networks that, because we saw, was it the EU, the coffee EU, was it something like a regulation, EU regulation on coffee? Yes. And if you really analyze, it was benefiting people, the farmers, in cooperatives and leaving out the individual farmers. So if we have those local extensions to help these youth who may not be already in agriculture, but also want to join agriculture, we can use those local networks, the extensions, to help them, even the youth farmers who are already in the agriculture sector, on maybe providing information on, we could say early warning systems, you know, weather patterns, also the quality seeds. I'm just giving examples. Quality seeds and what products to use, what machines to use for what kind of farming, you know, practices. Another point was need to design youth-friendly agricultural credit finance packages. If we go to banks, you want an agricultural loan or what, you may find that the packages are not youth-friendly, I should say. they are benefiting people 30 and above. You get it? But if you're giving us a package of saying maybe like 5 million, you get, and then the interest is not as high, you get, to chase me away, then that is a good package. But if you're giving me a 5 million loan and then there is a very high interest rate, then I'm not going to manage as a young person. I have saved this car money that I want to get that 5 million from you and add, it's going to be a bit difficult for me. So there is need for that. And also decentralized procurement processes to the local government to enable easy access to agricultural inputs. I was giving an example of, you see government is going to roll out machines, let's say tractors and all that. And it's going to say, we are sending these tractors to each sub-county. We agreed that they are going to reach the sub-county, but they're not going to reach the local youth farmer. Why? Because there is a criminalized network around there. When they reach the sub-county, they don't, at the most, they don't reach the local person, the local youth farmer. So there is also need to decentralize the procurement processes you get of getting access to those machines at a local government level. And also, government should invest in storage quality, quantity, and sustainability supply. Something about that? Did I understand what I'm saying? Okay, and then on B, which was about provide training to young farmers on modern agricultural techniques, financial literacy, and business management, and also incentive and capitalize financial institutions to increase and ring-fence funding to youth agriculture and businesses, prioritizing agro-industrialization, tourism, manufacturing, and science, technology, and innovation. So, according to my team and I, there is money. There is money for agriculture, but the difficulty in accessibility is the issue here. So our recommendation was there is need to revise the stringent measures put to be able to acquire available funds for the youth farmers. When you go to the bank, you want to get that money to start your agriculture business or to fund your agriculture business. Most of the banks are going to ask you for collateral. And if maybe they want collateral land, something like that, we all know that it must be in your names. You're the person who is asking for the loan. So we have to understand that many of these youth do not have collateral to put for them to get the funds that you're trying to tell them that you are available for them to invest in the agricultural business. So there is need also to revise the stringent measures and make them youth friendly so that they can be able to get those funds. And D was utilize public land to establish large-scale full-time irrigation farm projects where youth can be allocated individual plots for year-round agricultural production. Each project should have at least 2 agronomists stationed on site to provide technical guidance and support to both the youth on the farm and surrounding community members. That is a good recommendation. But one challenge is, yes, you're saying public land, but how many of the youth know about the public land? Is it even there? And yes, okay, if it's there, who are we supposed to go to get that public land? You get? So there is more information to be provided to the youth about available public land and which institution or which individuals or who are the responsible authorities that we are supposed to go to acquire this public land so that we can also get into the sector. And lastly, certification mechanisms on agricultural products and businesses. According to me, I think we are having all these issues of food insecurity because people do not know what products to use for which maybe agricultural items or what, or crops, let me say crops. Yes, but also they could know, but they don't know where exactly to buy them. They don't know the right products. Which one is fake? Here in Uganda, you say China, and you know this one. So you don't know which one is fake and which one is real. You get? So people end up buying products that are flooding the market but are not actually real. You know? So there is need for more certification on really the correct products, and also what products are supposed to be on the market. I think that is all from us. Thank you.
Questions, additions, suggestions as far as agribusiness is concerned? Sorry, take the microphone forward. Oh.
Suggestion when it comes to agriculture financing is we've for so many occasions advocated for agriculture financing, and right now when you go to every bank there is a facility